Hey everyone, welcome you all. In this video, I'm going to show you few important commands from Unix and Linux. So let's start. So the first command is who and then whoami, host name, uptime. Then finally we will see how to use cal and date commands. Now let us start with who command. So let me log into my Ubuntu. So this is my Ubuntu machine and I already opened my terminal. So the first command what I'm going to show you is who command. So when I execute who command, basically which will show you how many users are connected to this Linux server machine. So normally Linux or Unix machines are used as a server machines. So when I say server machine means there are a lot of client machines will be connected to the server. So there are multiple users will be connected to the server. So in that case, if you want to know exactly how many users are connected to this machine, I just execute who command. So who command will display how many users have connected to the current Linux machine. So currently I'm the only user which is connected to this machine. So which is just displaying my username along with the rest of the details. So this is a usage of who command. And there is one more command called who am I. And when I execute this command, which will give you the username of the current user. So this is the username of the current user. So I logged in this machine as a Pavan, as a user. So this is a username of my user. So but if you want to know exactly what is a username of the current user, you can just execute whoami command. And then we have one more command called host name. So when I execute this command, which will display the name of the computer or host name of the computer. And this particular host name will be very, very useful when you want to connect to this machine from the client. So sometimes what happens is in the real-time projects, so Linux and Unix machines used as a servers. Let us say this is my server Linux machine, and there are multiple clients will be connected to this server. And if this particular client should connect to the server, he has to know about like what is the host name of the computer or what is the IP address of the computer, username, password, and all the details. So in that case, we need to know the host name of the computer. Either we should know host name of the computer, or sometimes we can also use IP address of the computer. Right? If you know either host name or IP address, we can connect to this server machine. So in that case, we should use host name command. So when I execute host name, which will just display the name of the computer. Okay. And for example, I want to know the IP address of the machine. Suppose sometimes we can also use IP address to connect to the server. So in that case, we can use host name hyphen I. So this will also give you the IP address of the current machine. So hostname hyphen I. So currently this machine is not connected to internet. So which is hosted in Windows machine. So which is default, it is displaying the default IP. So the default IP of every machine is 127.0.1.1. If you are connected to this Linux machine to internet, then which will give you one IP address will be associated with that particular machine. So either by using host name or IP address, we can connect to this machine from the client machines. So after that, we have one more command called uptime. Uptime. And this is also very useful command. So what exactly this will show you is if you want to find out how long the system is active or how long the system is running. If you want to know the details, we can execute uptime command. So uptime command will return some data here. If I just look at this entry, there are multiple things out there. So the first one is representing the current time, and the second one is representing from which time it is in activity. So when exactly I started this mission. So that time will be shown. So almost 2 hours 43 minutes back, I have started this VM. So this time is showing like amount of the time the system is running state and how many users are currently running. Currently only one user is running, and after that it will also show you something called load time for uh, from past 1 to 1 5 or 15 minutes respectively. So this is a time load average time. Okay, so uptime is a command which will basically return the multiple details and which contains a current time and also the amount of the time the system is running state and how many users have connected, and then load time of that mission. So these details will be displayed by using uptime command. So we discussed about three commands: who, whoami, hostname, uptime, four commands. Now I'll show you how to work with the cal and date commands. So next command is cal command. So when I execute a cal command like this, by default, which will show you the current month calendar. So December 2020 is a current month and this is a calendar of the current month. Suppose I want to display the whole calendar of this year. Suppose I want to display the full calendar of the particular year. Then simply specify year. So for example, I want to see the calendar of the next year. I'll say 2021. So when I execute this, which will display the entire calendar of that particular year. Okay. So for example, I want to display the specific month calendar on the particular year. So for example, when I execute this, which is displaying the whole calendar of 2021, but I want to display exactly specific month calendar in that particular year. So for example, I can just pass a number, let's say third month calendar I want to see. So cal 3 2021 means 3 representing the month. So in 2021, I want to see the third month calendar. So which will display exactly March month calendar in 2021. So similarly, you can specify any month or any year, even you can specify the previous year. Suppose I want to see the March month calendar in 2019. So which will display the March month calendar in 2019. So you can see the previous year calendars and future year calendars. And there are few more options are available. So for example, I want to see the previous month, current month, and the next month. So 3 months I want to see. I want to display the 3 months calendar. So previous month, current month, and what is the next month. So simply I can use cal minus 3. So this command will display exactly 3 months. So current month is December and previous month is November. My next month is January. So if you want to display previous month, current month, and next month, then you can execute cal -3. And suppose I want to display calendar of the current year. So calendar of the current year. So then you can simply execute one more command called cal-y. So this particular command will display the calendar of the current year. And if you want to display the calendar of any year, it means we can just specify the number, cal like 2021, cal 2022. So if I directly pass a year number, which will display the whole calendar of that particular year. But I want to display the current year calendar. So I can say cal-y, small y. So this will display the entire calendar of this current year. And similarly, suppose I want to display a calendar of the month. So I want to display specific month calendar in the year. So then what I can do is I can execute cal-specific month. So -m, we can display the month number. Suppose I want to display the 10th month in the current year. So execute. So October 2020. October is the 10th month in current year 2020. So which is displayed the specific calendar. So this particular command will display the calendar of the specific month in the current year. So like this, there are many number of options are there. So you guys can explore them. And this is basically usage of cal command. And the next very, very important command is date command. So there are so many options are there in the date. So we are going to see few important options. So the next command is a date command. So when I execute a date here, by default, which will show you the week name, month, date, and current timestamp along with the year. So this is a current date which is displayed. So there are multiple options are there with this date command. Now I'm just going to explore those things. Clear? So when I say date, in the double quotations, there are multiple options are there. So list of formats we can display the date. So date in the double quotations, when I say plus percentage capital Y. So whenever you specify the date format should be included in the double quotations. So the date format should start with the plus and followed by the format you need to specify. And everything should be included in the double quotations. Okay. So every format should start with plus. So date in the double quotations plus percentile Y. So when I say percentile Y, which will give you the current year, current year. Now I want to display the current month, current month. So simply instead of Y, we can specify small m, not capital M, small m. So Uppercase M means which will display the again minutes. It will go to the time. So small m is representing current month. Now current month is 12. Similarly, I want to display the current date. Simply I say plus a percentage small d. So this will display the current date. So percentile uppercase y is displayed current year, percentage m is displayed current month, percentage d is displayed current date. Now I want to combine these three. I want to display like a date, month, year, exact date format I want to display. And then how we can combine this? I say date in the double quotation. So when I start the formatting, we have to start with the plus symbol. So I say plus, and what I want to display first is date, month, year. This is the format I want to display. So plus, if you want to display the date, percentage d is a format. So percentage d, so which will display the current date, hyphen. Then I want to display the current month. So percentile small m, hyphen. Then I want to display the current year. So percentage uppercase y. So this will display exactly the date, current date, month and year separated by hyphens. Okay. And same thing, you can specify instead of hyphens, you can specify the forward slashes also. Suppose instead of hyphens, you can say forward slashes. You can just remove them. You can say forward slashes. And this will display in this format. Okay. So this is all about date format. So date, multiple format you can display. So I'll show you a few more formats. So let us say here, instead of uppercase y, I'll specify lowercase y. Then what happens, we'll see. So lowercase y I'm using. So when I say lowercase y, so it is just displaying the last two digits of the year, which will not show you the complete year number. So that's the reason I have just used uppercase character y here. Okay. So this is how we can just display the date, month and y format. And similarly, there are few more options are there with the date command. Now let me show you. Let me clear this. Suppose I want to say date. I want to display the name of the week. I want to display the name of the current week. So I'll say date plus percentile small a. So which will display the week name. So today is Sunday. So which is displayed Sunday, first three characters. Suppose I want to display the complete name of the week. Let's say Sunday. I want to print the full name of the week name. So then you can specify upper characters here. So then it will display the complete full week name. Similarly, month also. So for example, I want to display, I'll say date command, and I want to display percentile B. So percentile B is a command, small b, and which will display the month name. So now we can see date, we have Mr. plus here. Okay, so current month name. So December, first three characters is displayed. But I want to display the complete name of the month. So then I can specify uppercase character B. So which will display the full name of the month. Okay, so this is all about dates. So similarly, we can also print the time. So hours, minutes, seconds also we can print by using date command. Now we'll see how we can work with the time. Let me clear this. So I'll say date, and here we have something called plus percentile H, uppercase character. So which will display the current hour in 24 format. So when I execute this 01, so it is displayed in the 24 format. And if you want to display the current hour in 12 hours format, simply you can say uppercase I, not small h. Okay, uppercase I. So which will display the current time in 12 hours. So currently the time is 41. So according to the system time, it is displaying. So when I say percentile H means which will display the current hour in 24 by format, 24 hours format. When I say percentile I, which will display the current hour in 12 format, 12 hours format. Okay. And also we have few more formats, like say minutes and seconds also. So if you want to know what are the current minutes, I'll say date in the double quotations plus percentile M, uppercase M. So when I say uppercase M, this is a 11. So which is basically minutes. Okay. And then I want to display the seconds. So I can say uppercase yes. So which will display the seconds, current seconds, minutes and seconds. Now I want to combine like hours, minutes and seconds. Then how we can do that? Let me clear. So I want to display hours, minutes and seconds. So I'll say date in double quotations and the format will start with plus. So I'll say plus, and here format, the first format I want to display is hours, minutes and seconds. Hours means what? Percentile h colon, and separator is colon. Next I want to print minutes. So minutes means what? Percentile m and colon. Then I want to print seconds. I'll say percentile seconds. Okay. And when I execute this, which will exactly display the time. So this is a 1 o'clock, 12 minutes and 50. So hours, seconds and minutes. So when I execute this one more time, so now we can see this time is keep on changing like this. Okay. So this is how we can just print hours, minutes and seconds. Now I can also add some text here. So some user defined text, if you want to add, you can just add it. So how we can add it? We can simply say same command, and here after plus you can just write something like today's date and time is. So before printing the time, I'm also trying to print the date here. So how we can print the date again? So percentile small d, sorry, okay, percentile small d hyphen percentile small m hyphen percentile uppercase y. Uppercase y means which will print to complete year. Or if I say small y means only last 2 digits of the year will be displayed. So percentage d, percentage m, y along with the date, month, year. This will also display the current time along with my message. So execute. Now you can see here today's date and time is this is my date and this is my time. Okay, so there are multiple formats are there. You can look at those format if you want to explore. You can execute this command date hyphen help. If I execute this command, which will show you what are all formats are supported in date. You can just look at this. These are the different formats. There are different options. So many options are there. Okay, so you can just look at and explore these options. So this is all about date and cal command. So what are the commands we discussed? Who command, which will show you how many users are connected to this machine. Whoami command, which will show you the username of the current user. Host name, so this will display the name of the computer, name of the Linux machine. Uptime, so this will show you the how long your machine is active. And cal command, which will display the calendar by using different type of options. And date, so which will show you the date and time. And we can also use different type of options with the date command. Okay, so these are all very useful commands in Linux, Unix. All right, so that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.